Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to discuss the next answer copy for of our aim for agriculture series. So as you all know that we are having aim for agriculture series in which we are having daily answer writing practice and weekly full tests. So today we are going to discuss the answer copy of a full test, that is test number 9, or you can say full test number 9. So we will see what were the questions asked and how the student has approached the answer. And I must let you know that by analyzing these types of copies, you can improve your answer writing practice, answer writing skills as well, because you get to know certain ideas such as structures, examples, introduction, conclusions about the copies, and how you can improve on your answer by analyzing these types of copies. So let's start. And one more thing, that I will be just discussing the points in brief. So if you want to read the answers in detail, you can simply pause the videos and read it. I will be discussing the points in a bit brief only, because it is a full test and there are a lot of questions asked. So it will be take a lot of time if I discuss everything in detail. But if you want to read the answer, simply pause the video and read it. So let's start. So the first question is, establish the relationship between nature, Indian culture and Indian agriculture. So I think it's a very dynamic kind of question, and it doesn't need any kind of preparation or anything. If you have simple basic ideas of everything, you will be able to write these types of answers. Okay. So you can see traditional agricultural practices have been mentioned. Okay, we all know that, which mimic natural ecosystems. About Indian culture and agriculture have been mentioned, that how cultural values, how festivals, how rituals. We all know that we have various harvest festivals, various sowing festivals present in our country. For example, Makar Sankranti, Pongal, Baisakhi. So these all things are related to culture only. Okay. Sacred groves. Okay, there are various sacred groves. Let it be Sarna in Jharkhand region. Let it be Devarayas in Maharashtra. Let it be Kaung in Kerala. So all these are sacred groves which directly showcase the relation between culture and agriculture. And we all know that Indian agriculture is generally, which practices are traditional. Most of them are very sustainable practices. So that is also a very good thing which you can see in Indian agricultural traditional practices. You can simply pause and read the answers. You can see Vedas and Upanishads have been mentioned. Okay, where various agricultural practices have been referred. So good written answer, well written answer, everything has been well discussed and appropriately concluded. So now let's move to the next question. The next question is, discuss about improved agro practices for the production of quality protein maize. So what quality protein maize is, obviously it will have high amounts of protein in it. So you will see its production, or you can say agro practices for its good production. Sorry. First of all, we will select suitable varieties. For example, Shaktiman 1 is a suitable variety. Okay, we will do soil fertility management. We will use compost. We will use green manure. We will use balanced application of all the fertilizers. Optimum planting practices with proper plant spacing should be taken care of. Irrigation management should be maintained. Okay, if water conservation techniques and mulching could be taken care of. Pest and disease management, we all know that is a key for any production techniques. We will have to do proper harvest and proper post harvest management practices. So we'll get an answer. You can simply pause the video and read the answers. Okay. Now let's move to the next question. The next question is, enlist the different groups of soil found in India and discuss any one in detail. So we all know around 40% of our country covers alluvial soil. This region is a alluvial soil region. All the student has mentioned here. Okay, and this region you will find red and yellow soil. In the areas of high rainfall, suppose this region, Khasi Hills region and the Western Ghats regions, you will find laterite soil. Black soil will be found in the regions of Deccan Traps. Okay, arid soils you can find in the northwest regions of Marusthali. So these are the major types of soil found in India. Forest and mountain soils, obviously in mountain regions, in the Himalayan regions, in the forest regions. So very well drawn map, and everything has been well labeled. Now the student has mentioned alluvial soil, that it is mostly available in India, that is 43%. And I don't know what 143 square kilometer has been mentioned here. Is it area or what? But I think this should be checked off. That is why I have marked a question here for the student. And good points have been mentioned. It is found in northern plains. Humus, it is can be found in other regions such as Ganga Brahmaputra plains, Narmada Tapi plains. So fair points. Neoluvium, Khadar, Bangar, everything has been mentioned. And generally alluvial soil is rich in potash, and most of the Indian soils you will find that they are rich in potash but poor in phosphorus and nitrogen. Okay, some crops which can be grown here are mentioned, so a fairly written answer. Now let's move to the next question. The next question is, describe the major weeds of rice and their management practices under both upland and lowland conditions. Okay, so major weeds of rice. First of all, the student has discussed the upland weeds. These are weeds such as Econola, we have Cyprus rodentous, which are also known as nutsedge, jungle rice. So these are the common weeds of rice. How it can be managed? We can do crop rotations. We can use certain cultural practices. Although crop rotation is kind of cultural and agronomic practice only. Hand weeding can be done. Chemical control can be done using butachlor. So fairly detailed answer. In lowland again, the barnyard grass, swamp weed, everything has been mentioned, its management have been mentioned, and you can see similar structure have been found. And again, chemical can be mentioned here also. You can use beta butachlor, pentachlor, all these things are similar chemicals only. So well written answer. Now let's move to the next question. The next question is, describe technological options for stabilizing agriculture production in rain-fed area. Okay, one thing I must let you that you can see the student had mentioned here over 60%, but when you see the latest data of ICR only or any renowned website, you will find that now it has reduced to around 50%. I think particularly recently I've seen it is around 51%. Okay, so you should be updated with the modern data, or you can say latest data, because many times what happen, you read in the classical books over 60%, over 60%, and we use them. It is not wrong, but I think use latest data, that will be more beneficial for you, because it looks kind of very old data. Okay, so you could keep this thing in mind. So what are the technological options through which we can stabilize rainfed area? We can use drought resistant crops, we can use soil moisture conservation practices, water harvesting can be done, agroforestry can be done, weather could be forecasted, crop diversification can be done. So well written answers, and you can simply pause the video and read the answers if you want to. I'm just giving you time to pause. Now let's move to the next question. The next question which the student attempted is question number 3. We all know that we have 8 questions. That is 1 to 4 in section A and 5 to 8 in section B. And we have to 1 and 5 number is compulsory, and at least one more question have been attempted to in both of the section, and we have to totally attempt 5 questions. So you all know the pattern that has been followed in the full tests. Okay, so the question is, discuss integrated farming system with suitable examples, and how integrated farming system can improve livelihood of small and marginal farmers. So we all know what integrated farming system is. We are integrating crops, livestock, agroforestry, or you can say forestry, poultry in everything in a same land, to enhance our productivity, enhance productivity of the land, enhance sustainability. Everything can be seen in integrated farming systems. We all know there is crop livestock integration, there is agroforestry, there is aquaculture, there is poultry with crops. So various things have been integrated. Biogas and composting can be also utilized in modern times. Many farms are utilizing that. And now the next part of the question is, how integrating farming system can improve the livelihoods of small and marginal farmers. First of all, it will give them diversified income streams. Obviously, from various types of, they will get income from crops, they will get incomes from livestock, from trees, everything, and the amount of risk will be reduced. There will be resource optimization, because the waste of one can be the input of another. Suppose the waste of the animal husbandry can be used as fertilizers and organic manures in normal crops. That is what risk, obviously risk will be reduced, as I have discussed. improve nutritional security because the farmers will have a diverse basket of food to eat. It can lead to employment generations. So, well written answer and again appropriately concluded. Now let's move to the next question. The next question is, what do you mean by site-specific nutrient management? And write steps and recommendations for implementing site-specific nutrient management in major cereals. So what is site-specific nutrient management? It is based on the specific needs of a site. We will check the site, we will see what kind of which nutrient is required in that site, and through it and analyzing those things only we will uh, uh, apply the nutrients. Okay, it can involve, for example, student has written here, varying nitrogen application in different fields. So this could be a very good thing. Just a second. So this could be a good thing. And steps have been mentioned. We can do soil testing first, then crop and nutrient assessment can be done, field mappings can be done. So we'll do an answer. Fertilizer recommendations have been mentioned. You can simply pause and read the answers. Recommendations have been mentioned, such as we can train farmers, we can promote soil testing, use of decision support. Obviously these things are needed whenever you want to apply site specific nutrient management. So well written answer. A lot of diversified points have been mentioned, so that is very good. Let's move to the next question now. This, that is, discuss the factors for conserving soil moisture and improving productivity of soil. So soil moisture is critical for enhancing agricultural productivity, particularly in regions facing water scarcity, where almost 40% of crop production is dependent on rainfall systems. So obviously, here in these regions, we need to conserve soil moisture. Now, what are the factors? This could be soil structure and health. Mulching can be done. Various types of crops can be used. Cover cropping can be done. Use of water harvesting techniques can be done. So, fairly written answer. Proper drainage systems. You can simply pause and read it. So I hope you understand all the points. Now let's move to the next question. The next question is, what is land equivalent ratio, that is LER, and give advantages and disadvantages of LER. So LER is well defined here. It is an index used to measure the relative land productivity of intercropping systems compared to more cropping systems. You can see everything has been well mentioned. Examples have been mentioned. Advantages have been mentioned. Obviously, it will lead to efficient land use. There will be greater yield stability, resource optimization will be there will be reduced risk of crop failure. Disadvantages have been mentioned, such as complexity in management, competition between crops, difficult harvesting, yield measurement challenges have been mentioned. And the next question is, describe the biological control methods of any five weeds impacting major cereal crops in India. So what are those biological control methods, we will see. And we can see here in the question they are mentioned, we have to discuss any five weeds impacting major cereal crops. So we will see what are the weeds selected by the student. These are Parthenium, obviously one of most graded weeds in Indian conditions. Water hyacinth is another weed. Water hyacinth is another weed. Purple nutsedge is another weed. And you can see in the part only, there control have been mentioned. That is, it can be used by using betel, uh, Zygogramma, bichlorata. Okay, for water hyacinth, same pattern have been mentioned. So you can simply pause the video and read it. Purple nutsedge have been mentioned. It's can be used using fungal pathogen. Examples have been also mentioned. So very well written answer. You can simply pause and read the answers. Now next question is, write a short note on contour bunding. So you all know what contour bunding is, a soil and water conservation technique generally used in hilly areas into contours. We all know contour is a kind of slope. So we can see how this is a very well diagrammatical representation of contour bunding of Western Ghats. So very well mentioned. Now its benefits is that it will reduce soil erosion, enhance water retention, improve soil fertility and crop productivity. And you can see again the same things have been mentioned in advantages. So when don't use these types of structure, generally you can what integrate these on both, integrate the both, because similar points are to be mentioned in both. Disadvantages have been also mentioned, such as regular maintenance is required, high initial cost is there is limited applicability. So well written answer. Now let's move to the next question. The next question is discuss the need of extension evaluation, highlighting its distinct phases. So what are the phases of extension evaluation have been has to be discussed. First one is planning phase, you can read it. Second one is the implementation phase. Third one is the monitoring phase. Then we have evaluation phase where we evaluate the programs. Then we have feedback phase where we take feedback from the farmers who were trained or who have extended through the program. Now the next question is discuss various initiatives related to promote ICTS, that is information and communication technologies in agriculture. So various initiatives are Digital India initiative, for example, Common Service Center. We all know CHC centers are established which can give updates related to weather, soil, health card, etc. Inam, another good example of technology. Kisan call centers are there, and Kisan portal is there. Agri-tech startups are there. We have soil health card scheme are there. So fairly written answer examples have been well used. GIS and remote sensing are there. Precision farming apps are there. So fairly written answer. You can simply pause and read it. And the next question is enumerate the ways and means of how farm planning helps to the cultivators and bring efficiency in farming. So how farm planning can help the cultivators in bringing efficiency in planning. Obviously through farm planning we can do resource allocation, we can do crop rotation which can enhance the productivity, we can do irrigation management, we can fix particular time of operation which will reduce wastage, which will increase yields, everything can be done. And what are the means to bring efficiency in farm? We can do financial management, we can do market analysis, we can use proper technologies, we can do contingency planning, we can be ready for risk. So that are well written points. Now let's move to the next question. The next question is was doubling farmers income by 2022 successful? Give reasons for your arguments. Okay, so here, the student has mentioned both the arguments for success and the arguments for failure. But you will see that some points which I thought here are vague because such as increased focus on agriculture, rise in MSP. Obviously, this is good point. But we all know that there was around 127% increase in yield only. As per the data, various data around which I mentioned here only around 130%. So that has to be highlighted. Promoting allied activities, and we will see that the points looks a little bit vague, such as stagnation of agricultural income levels, natural calamities. These are not that directly relating to policy specific points. Okay, so what this type in these types of questions you should try to address the policy specific points, that would be more good, which I have highlighted here also, that is poor implementation, lack of extension, regional disparity. These could be some policies related points. Okay, no problem, happens. Now let's move to the next question. The next question is discuss the types of sprinkler irrigation system. So what are the types of sprinkler irrigation system? They are static sprinkler system, they are mobile sprinkler system. You can simply pause and read the answers. They are center pivot irrigation systems. We have lateral move irrigation systems. We have drip sprinkler systems. So these are some of the common irrigation sprinkler systems. Solid set sprinkler system. So well written answer. Now let's move to the next question. The next question is classify and briefly explain different types of training offered to the stage of career of extension professionals. So what are the various training which are offered to extension professionals? These are induction of pre-service training. There is pre-service training. In-service trainings are also offered to enhance their continuity with regards to new technologies, new approaches, mid-career training that is given, because with time various new technologies are adopted in agriculture. Every day some new discovery are taking place, and with time in the service they lack those new practices, and they have to give give training in particular time so that they can adapt to the modern practices. Specialized trainings have been given. So you can simply pause. We know some extension officers are expert of pest management, some are expert of soil management. So these things are due to training only. Management and leadership training. Obviously, we have to address a lot of farmers in one group. Communication trainings have been also mentioned, given. So well written answer. And let's move to the next question. The next question is, what is irrigation potential of India and how can it be increased through rainwater harvesting? Okay. So irrigation potential of India have been mentioned. You can simply pause and read. Now causes of irrigation, components of irrigation potential. We all know that we have major and medium irrigation projects. We have minor irrigation projects. Groundwater is the major source through which irrigation happens in most parts of India. Challenges have been also mentioned, that is inefficient water use. There is lot of wastage. Infrastructure gaps are there. Groundwater depletion is there. Uneven development is there. Now, irrigation potential through rainwater harvesting, how can they be increased? By using check dams, percolation tanks, farm ponds. So, fairly written, you can simply pause and read it. Rooftop harvesting can be done in certain areas, and again, appropriately concluded. Now, the next question, and probably the last question of this video, that is, enlist and explain advantages and problems of farm budgeting. So, what are the advantages? They are financial planning, resource allocation can be done, risk management can be done, performance evaluation can be done, decision making can be done. You can simply pause and read it. Now, what are the problems? There are certain complexity with various budget making things. Okay, there are various complex things to accurately manage budget, and for a small farmer, it becomes difficult. There are uncertainty factors. Some factors are time consuming. There are limited flexibility in some factors. We have to depend on estimates, which could be sometimes riskier. So very well written answer, and way forward have been also mentioned. So I think you understood all the answers. At various points in the answers, you have paused the video and read the answers, which could be helpful to you. So that is all for today. If you like it, please press the like button. Please do share, and please do subscribe. It takes a lot of hard work to make such videos for you on regular basis, and if you like, share, subscribe, it motivates us to make more such videos for you regularly. So that is all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.